All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a surprise but nonetheless routine state of play.
I have zero predictions besides Wolverine.
Hi, Deji. I guess we start immediately with what they said they were going to show, a gameplay of Saros, I forgot what he's specifically called, which is the spiritual successor of Returnal. So I think it's supposed to come out next year, so...
Every time the sun dies.
Boy, the Game of the Year award stage looks more dramatic than I remember it looking.
So what happens if you don't win the Game of the Year award? Fire comes out you and kills you.
Jeff Keighley unleashes the Hell Beast on you.
I mean, hey, we're now to a point where he's probably going to announce Kojima's new bank of all things at the Game Awards, so why
Okay,
not?
Sony, I get it. You want to showcase... Oh, thank God. Yeah, but I was about to say, Sony, I know that you want to show the environment that your character should move a bit faster, but there you go.
Hey everyone, how's it going? I'm Gregory.
So, yeah, I'm not too familiar with this game. What's the big dealio?
Like I said, it's similar to... If I had to guess, at least. It's similar to Returnal, so taking a person shooter, but plays around a bit with shooting mechanic. There's a lot of emphasis on mobility, having to switch between two colors. Remember, Joe, it's from the same studio that did Outland, the game that we covered, published by Ubisoft, the Metroidvania. So there's an emphasis on switching between red and blue, absorbing the bullets that are corresponding of the color, and so on and so forth. I guess we just had something similar as a setting going on, while being different rather than to be a direct sequel. Unless it is still as like a stealth one, and we don't know yet.
I do dig how the guy moves so quick despite having that interactive narrative. It's almost like they took into mind every time anyone's complained about having to slow down the characters so that all the dialogue that can be said needs
The thing
to be
is that,
said.
okay, Returnal was a bit more methodical on that matter, but it was also because it was trying to be similar to stuff like Dead Space, which in turn wanted to be similar to Ridley Scott's Alien, so having a more bit of methodical pace, even though it could get fast enough for combat. While this, I get, wants to be a more arcade-like experience, and with their slow walking, they're just doing it, you know, more by tilting slowly the controller.
Where you can learn more about Lost Carcosa.
I'll try to forget.
Hold up for me. I will find you. I promise.
But why try to forget? And memories are everything.
According to Stranger of Paradise, it's a mercy to forget.
Bullshit.
I swear to God, I feel half the time like Strangers of Paradise was made on a dare at Square Enix with just how insane that game gets. I mean, we have a protagonist who unironically listens to Limp Bizkit in this day and
Or at the very
decade
least,
and all
you
that.
know, ask music.
This is Second Chance, where
You can literally come back from the dead, just like that. Technology has
Again,
come quite
it's
ways.
something that was present also in Returnal, the so-called loop, and one of the big mysteries was to understand what it was causing it and why.
Okay, so I haven't played Returnal. What was the explanation?
Aliens. I know that it's, you know, seems a bit generic, but I just don't want to spoil you the details.
Yeah, okay.
It looks like he just escaped the trap from Lord of the Rings where the skulls flood the room.
Remember, Vives, that was a director's cut thing, so our people might not know.
The sun is forever.
We hope you loved that first look at gameplay. We're looking forward to revealing more on our mysterious and moving story and our amazing ensemble cast of NPCs in the coming months. Next year is when you'll be able to play Saros on PS5 and enhanced for PS5 Pro. Thanks for watching. We can't wait to share more from all of the team working on Saros.
So that was Saros, a game where you can phase through stuff.
Absorb color bullets depending on what you do.
and die yet come back to life. They actually would decide to justify game overs and coming back to life after you lose a life.
Remember
Not-
Dweebs, like I
Not
said,
game overs,
it
but
was a
yeah.
thing also in Returnal.
It's not my thing aesthetically, but it looks like it could be fun.
Yeah, the one thing I like the environment, but the art style as a whole for the characters just feels, unfortunately, has the whole
March
samey,
20th.
thing that a lot of modern games tend to have. Unfortunately,
My issue is just that it looks a little too dreary to interest me. Like, I don't even mind the color scheme, but yeah, it's the art style. But hey, you know what? If it's got an audience, good for them.
good for
What's
them.
next?
Oh, is this Disco Elysium? At least it looks like
Oh.
that. About
From Zao.
okay, it's a bit complicated. Zaum is technically like, if I compare the development team or the publisher, but the thing is that the original developers of Disco Elysium basically got booted out of a technicality, and now the studio is kind of skim walking all their success.
Weird and kind of problematic sounding.
And what if she butchers it like last time?
We'll do what we always do.
Basically, might as well use this time to talk for those who don't know about what Disco Elysium is, because this tries clearly to be kind of like it.
She's a
It's always kind of similar to some, say, adventure games with point-and-click, element to it, but you have an RPG component, except instead of the stats being redistributed on a more classic kind of level, they're part of your psyche, shall we say, and I mean all, even the tiniest aspect, including different facets of paranoia, physical constitution, how you register events by viewing them and so on. It's very wild.
Oh, it's this,
Zero
this fight
parade.
simulator.
Yeah, seems to be that. No, Dweebs, this is Jet to Go, the Square Enix game.
Oh wait, are you serious?
No, well, it's a Jet to Go, the Go vehicle controlling simulator. Deji is a line of games that Taito made back in the day, but since Taito now is owned by Square Enix, by proxy they own that.
But we're just gonna watch the State of Play or Nintendo Direct, and they're gonna show off Halo. We're all gonna go, what?
Okay.
I mean, we already had
Oh,
something
can
that...
you go to outer space in this one?
This is not Fast and Furious, Drova.
Sky is calling. That
Your-
seems to suggest
Your
a
mom
space
is
one.
calling.
Yeah, sky, not space, Jova.
I'm sorry, Tio. My mom's busy with Sora's mom with the PTA about how he still hasn't come for dinner with her.
Clearly.
Microsoft Flight Sim... God, it feels weird seeing Microsoft Flight Simulator on a PlayStation showcase.
Coming December 8th.
100 meters in closing.
The best Christmas release, I guess. Next.
Shooter.
Frame shoot on the T of execute.
PSVR 2 support in development.
1.
Basically, you can probably use VR. Oh,
it
Battlefield
free?
Studios.
The world as it's commonly known has crumbled. Alliances that held since the end of World War II, gone.
Dagger, this is Pax's ballsiest play yet. If they succeed, they will have secured the most strategic rock.
The
in history of warfare.
Tesseract, the
Wanna help our
Allspark,
friends take back this rock?
the Cosmic Cube.
You're playing a dangerous
If
game.
only.
No doubt about it.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be Dagger without insurmountable odds.
The plots of the Battlefield games have been somehow even less memorable than the ones of Call of Duty, except for the one time where they tried to focus more on single player, which was Hardline, the one that, as we mentioned, was instead unfortunately focusing more on Co-op Life Simulator. So, you can imagine how badly that aged.
Battlefield is a series that feels like it is constantly living in Call of Duty shadow. Like
The thing is, Petrova, it at least so far, it has managed to keep up, and in some cases, getting the upper levels over that.
Oh yeah. Like I mean, yeah, there was, you know, some periods of time where it did actually surpass Call of Duty, but it feels like for the most part it's kind of chasing after it. Although to be fair, it kind of feels like that with a lot of third-person shooters in the wake of Call of Duty.
You have to remember that
Battlefield 6.
yes, the most Halloween release instead. You have to remember, Jova, that it started with Medal of Honor on the PlayStation. Then Activision saw that and tried to do Call of Duty. Then Medal of Honor fell out, you know, of relevance, and EA responded by creating the Battlefield IP.
Oh snap! Deus Ex Remastered.
Between Eidos Montreal and Aspire, the studio behind remastered classics like Tomb Raider and Soul Reaver.
Its way back to the people. And you can't do a damn thing about it.
I guess someone asked for this.
Well, this is the original this is the original Dweebs, so it's more of a case of a shame.
I never asked for this.
Like I said, that is Rima Revolution. Adam Jensen
is this franchise good?
The first game is an undisputed classic among the immersive sim genre, and as a story that, similar to Metal Gear Solid 2, has only aged sadly, like a fine wine the more time passes in terms of predicting how much of a dystopia the world can become. The sequels and prequels have been varying degrees of okay.
Yeah.
Mankind Divided
for that.
Yeah, Mankind Divided has been the more polarizing, and because of that, Square Enix stopped caring about that, and ultimately what's led to the Idols batch being sold.
It's up to you as survivors.
Alright, a Halloween video game.
We did saw the reveal of that another time.
You can play as a civilian or Michael Myers.
If it doesn't come out on Halloween, then what's the point?
Is this like another Dead by Daylight clone? Which feels really petty. You could just sell, you know, the
Michael Myers to the game.
Yeah, basically.
Wait.
Gee, I wonder who most people are going to play as.
Hold on, Michael Myers wasn't already in Dead by Daylight?
I don't remember.
Let me check.
Launches on September 8th, 2026.
Two big announcements from 11th Hour Games. First, their hit action RPG Last Epoch is in development for a PS5.
Dungeon Crawler, of course.
This celebrated dungeon crawler is known for its extensive skill customization, deep and rewarding loot system, and massive time-traveling world. You'll battle through the past, taking down gods and toppling cursed empires.
I don't know
Sounds
much
like a
about
typical
this.
tabletop campaign.
It looks like a Diablo clone, definitely.
As for that second announcement,
I'm sorry, what game is this?
Last Epoch it's called. I seem to remember the name and some of the aesthetics, so I probably saw already a trailer of this, but I don't remember anything else.
Is this part of my ignorance, a Diablo, like?
The gameplay seems to show that.
Oh, goody! Seven Deadly Sins Origin.
is an open-world RPG based on the beloved
Okay, I've been out of the loop for a while, but isn't the manga over that by this point?
I think this is based off of like one of its sequels.
So it's kind of like how Sega is slowly adapting the Kimetsu no Yaiba storyline, piece by piece.
Capture creatures, go fishing, cook your own meals, mine resources, and craft new items as you explore Britannia on your own.
Everyone tells me, oh, Seven Deadly Sins, avoid it. I'm like, oh, well, what's so bad about it?
In a multiverse that
Did you get an explanation?
Apparently the creator's a bit of a creep.
If I had an equal.
Venture out alone or with friends when the Seven Deadly Sins Origin arrives on
I swear,
January
Seven
20th.
Deadly Sins has all the opinions around it. Some people saying it's great. Hey, Sonic Crossroads.
Characters finally meet in Sonic Racing Crossworlds, launching on PS5 tomorrow.
Wait. Oh God, there he is!
Finally, that's
Yes!
a Mega Man Battle and Chase sequel I always wanted.
Yeah, he's even got the rush car and everything. Oh, Proto Man!
Proto Man's there as well. That's good.
Not base.
Oh, hey, Wily.
Of course, it's where's the meme? Where's the meme?
Yes, it's Wily Castle 2, complete with the Yellow Devil. God damn it.
The Mega Man DLC
At least they put Proto Man in.
Season Pass and Digital Deluxe Edition.
Doesn't he like Mega Man's big rival? Aside from Dr. Wily.
It's complicated.
He's his brother.
But I still think Base would have fit better. He also has the K-Man companion that can turn into a car.
Yeah, Treble.
Including a release date for Neo 3.
Oh well.
Koei Tecmo.
Who will be Shogun?
Team Ninja.
Why?
I guess it's Neo. I guess it's Neo 3.
My ears are burning. Is that British voice acting right here?
I am Himiko. On my honor as queen, I shall
Bloody hell, mate, the yokai have surrounded us in it.
Nothing will stop me.
Yeah, it's Neo 3.
The games like this, British voice acting makes it all the more classy.
Clearly.
Well done, Dwidge. Britain has taken over Japan too now, apparently.
Neo is one of those franchises where they need to start playing very methodically and getting really locked in. Because I only tried to play a bit casually the first one, and it was clear that it demanded more attention than the average, Souls-like clone. Not to say, it's bad, just literally that, the fact that it requires attention to be played. So if I ever, properly restart from over, I will need to be super committed to it.
Neo 3.
Yep, Neo 3.
Especially because compared to the average Souls-like game, it has quite a lot of mechanics. Iron Pineapple has covered a lot of the franchise, so you should go watch his video for more on that. So worth noting that the first Neo was a PlayStation temporary exclusive, so that's why probably this is here.
Wait, Omega Force?
Is this their original Dynasty Warriors getting a remake?
I think it is.
It's weird, wasn't the first Dynasty Warriors a fighting game?
Or the second one, the one when they
How
started
do they manage to
adapting
fit these kind of games on the PS1? Or is it PS2 originally?
I think it was... Okay, the fighting game was definitely on PS1. I don't remember if the sequels was immediately on PS2.
Never mind.
Complete edition remastered.
There was a news that Tecmo Koei was going to remaster one of the older titles, but I don't think they did specify which one it was. So...
March 19th.
Let me see.
Another world snuffed from existence.
Yes, the first Dynasty Warriors was on PlayStation. The second one was PS2.
Okay then. Makes sense where they started properly with the Musou formula.
Is to save this world.
Oh, is this Code Vein too?
Need I remind you that tampering with history is strictly forbidden?
Yes,
when has that ever stopped us?
Yeah, I think it is Code Vein too. Could See, if you want a Souls-like where it's still very challenging, but a bit more comfy for your taste, try the first Code Vein.
Time I faced my past. Let's go.
It is still very brutal in some places, so don't let your guard down. But compared to stuff like Neo, it doesn't demand as much as your attention and can be played a bit more casually. It also has anime girls, and that's a great incentive.
Including even some of the monsters too, I noticed.
Well, it's complicated. For no reason, the monsters clearly are mutated humans in some capacity.
Yep, Code Vein 2. Coming January 30th.
Cool.
Next.
back in June, we debuted Final Fantasy Tactics,
Oh,
the Ivalice
getting a new
Chronicles,
Final
right
Fantasy
here on State of
Tactics?
Play.
Well, we're getting the
Followed by news from other social
No,
guests
we're gonna
who
see
join
Kingdom
us
Hearts
just as
4,
the
guys.
video game
Believe.
show kicks off in Japan.
Edge, shut up.
Hey, there he is, Kazuya Toyo, my hero.
Basically, the game is literally about to be released, so...
多くの方がこのタイトルをお気に入りの一本として挙げてくださっており、オリジナルスタッフの一人として
30 years ago, bloody hell.
Yes, the original was a late 90s PlayStation game.
再び皆様にお届けできることに我々もワク
Yep.
ワクしてい
The
ます。
sequel was on like
There were no sequels. There were other iterations. The first was Final Fantasy Tactics Advance on the GBA, and then that one got a kinda sequel, but it's called Advanced Tactics A2 on the DS. But that kind of serves to bridge up in the gap between the Game Boy Advance game and the other Ivalice game like Final Fantasy 12. It's very, very weird.
it wouldn't be Square without complicating sequels or different iterations.
And honestly,
of
at
the
this
series.
point, I don't even know if it's considered properly canon or not, because Yasumi Matsuno went on to say that the content in Final Fantasy XIV tied to Ivalice is canon, when it definitely cannot be on a geographical standpoint. So
Sora's been waiting for so long, he's become the Grim Reaper.
Yeah.
Sure.
Uncle Death and Shin Hideyuki. Grim Reaper and game director.
Uncle Death.
This is from Suda51, Let It Die.
Okay, yeah. It certainly seems weird enough to be a Suda51 project.
近接アクションとローグライトを軸に PVPVE の仕組みを取り入れたいわばエクストラクションアクションゲームとなっています。プレイヤーは地獄門と呼ばれる巨大な穴を探索するレイダーとなり、たくさんの恐ろしい怪物や他のプレイヤーのレイダーたちが入り乱れている。
The reason why Suda51 calls himself like that is that his name, Goichi, can be literally translated to the letters that compose the number 5 and 1. So, Suda51.
Is he currently 51 years old now?
I think it's a bit younger than that. Not by a lot, but he's still starting to get his age, but still.
So is this like a multiplayer game here?
Kinda. The original Let It Die was a free-to-play, I think it's still active, a free-to-play that puts you up into like a 100th floor or something to climb up or down a tower. I forgot to speak one in a post-apocalyptic setting. It operated a bit on roguelike logics, and it was weird enough for people to actually enjoy it. They tried to do a sort of a sequel without the Suda51 involved, but nobody liked that.
Also, Suda51 is 57 years old.
Oh wow, more than that.
Oh, so he's older than 51.
Someone spilled their ink.
Oh. Thank goodness that ink just happened to form a picture.
Bound to an unfinished draft. A prisoner of an endless tale. Yeah, insert Game of Thrones joke here.
I feel like there needs to be a genre name for these kind of games that involve you playing as a character who goes to the pages in a new art style. It's surprisingly becoming quite the archetype.
I'm getting
read a book.
I'm getting instead reminded a bit of Epic Mickey with the whole spilling the ink causes the problem.
Chronoscript, the endless
end. It's a game that
the endless
never
Fantasia.
ends.
Edge, I understand how much you want to help your friend, but you cannot shield his product here.
He's not my friend.
What, is your enemy?
Oh, the misery.
I'll elaborate later.
終わらない物語が描かれた原稿用紙にとらわれてしまい、そこから脱出をする
という探索型 2D アクションアドベンチャーゲームとなります。
手書きのペン画というアートスタイルをベースに奥の深いダークファンタジーとして皆さんにお届けできる予定です。終わらない物語がテーマ
Through to the end, but you just said it's an endless end, so...
I think it's, okay, if I had to guess, they're trying to get through the roguelike, you know, experience by having the environment potentially randomly generated, but you having an end goal in mind to like reach a final page.
You know, roguelikes really do have the potential to be some of the best bang for your buck, assuming you are that interested in seeing how much it can change every time you play it. This is some Prolibus.
Those who wield power to prey on the weak. Beasts who think themselves.
That guy just then, it looks like he killed Yogi Bear.
The time has come to do
it's like that alternate ending for the film on YouTube that someone made up.
Seek out your Greymane comrades.
Where Blue Boo kills Yogi and turns him in for the bounty.
Let your heart speak without fear.
In the end, all will come together as one. We fight for the future of all. Sound the horn of our final battle. Fight! Fight for Pywell!
What he said?
I don't have to fight for a pie. Just go to the shop and buy one.
Your fight is not for revenge, nor glory.
Dragons and stone colossi and mechs. What more could a guy ask for?
Release date.
Remember who you are, and let it guide your path.
This Berserk reboot was weird.
Find the answers you seek.
Oh, there we go. March 19th.
March 19th.
Well, I do wonder, is it like an actual single-player adventure or an MMO?
Hard to tell. It looks like you can play as different characters, so...
Oh, a new era in desktop gaming audio. Oh, some wireless speakers you can get for your computer.
Hey, Shiroi. You're just in time to hear the bass.
Feel every impact with built-in woofers.
Elevate your perception in 3D audio-supported PS5 games that you can now play on PC. Adjust the orientation for your ideal audio experience.
We're totally not
back with AI-enhanced noise rejection.
We're totally not trying to, you know, prepare for the inevitable, you know, death of the console market.
Seamless switching between PC and Mac.
PS5 consoles. And PlayStation Portal Remote Player. Hours of battery life. We don't know how many yet.
Simultaneous Bluetooth and PlayStation Link connectivity.
Wow.
You get
buy our toys, I mean.
Buy our
gaming ready.
But to be fair, Deji, it is a better ad than the fucking Virtual Boy one for Nintendo, I will say that.
Yeah.
I know that it's not that high of a bar, but...
Don't get me started, okay?
Somehow, the Virtual Boy returned.
No!
Again, if that was just optional and we could still play Virtual Boy games on NSO, I would be complaining.
Now, let's check in on what's next for PlayStation Plus.
Oh, more info on monthly games. Alan Wake 2.
Creepy and captivating
Course for Halloween.
Just in time for spooky season.
Goat Simulator 3.
And
Cocoon.
rounding out the list. These all arrive for PlayStation Plus Essential members on October 7th. You remember me?
Oh boy, everyone's favorite.
Wait, this again?
The Last of Us Day is this
Oh, Last of Us Day. I was about to say, there's already a remaster or two on the PS5.
Never enough.
We're thrilled to confirm the addition of The Last of Us
Oh, they're
Part
adding
2
it to the
game catalog.
This is the only game Naughty Dog can make. What about that other? No.
For PS5 members, this includes The Last of Us Part 2 Remastered.
like, I'm sorry, it's not even just me now. The hype for Last of Us has dried up heavily. Like, last I checked, the latest remaster didn't even do that well sales-wise.
And people didn't like Season 2.
Reminder, the first game shaped up the entire game industry generation from 10 years.
Oh, I have to buy it. I have to buy it now.
Basically, Tio, how the
Tomb
mighty
Raider
have fallen.
anniversary.
Also arriving this year, another all-time classic.
That's like the Tekken 3, one of the greatest games ever made.
And up next, a
So
special
the survival
message
mode
from
is
the
actually
creator
playing
behind
that
one of
game in the
PlayStation's
first
most
place.
iconic franchises.
Well, Tomb Raider.
No, I was still on the Last of Us part 2.
Yeah. Again, like Tia said,
Right,
Last of Us went from being the franchise that defined, maybe not an entire generation, but definitely inspired a ton of people, to now being, well, just a lackluster, wasted out mess.
Well, anyway, on to a franchise that more people seem to care about.
Gran Turismo, which is basically their longest running franchise right now.
The only PS1 game that outsold Final Fantasy VII.
I still want a Motor Tune Grand Prix sequel, guys.
I still feel like we should get a new Twisted Metal game.
Update.
Remember
It's just
that
wild.
we were supposed to, but that was supposed to be one of their games as a service title.
That's wild.
So we get a couple of new racetracks.
And we also fixed the monetization problems that they had.
A data logger feature. I won't understand any of it, but...
Yep, this sure looks like a new Gran Turismo game, but like Tia said, hopefully
Well,
without
no,
the
it's an
monetization
update.
issues.
It's an update for 7. So we got a new PS5 controller.
The God of War controller.
It's got a red stripe on it. Boy.
Hey guys, you want to re-release those older God of War games? Because
that's
No.
Is that what happens every time you switch it on, Jover? It goes, boy.
We're so grateful about them, but you know the gaming journalists do not like them, so we're supposed to ignore them.
I
don't think that's the reason. It just considering God of War was critically acclaimed back in the day, wasn't it?
Is this that new Naughty Dog game?
Wolverine. There it is.
Yeah, there you go. Now, to be fair, Dej, I would rather have this than the Sonic effect of having a game being rushed to meet the anniversary quota. So
true.
All right, we finally get to see this game in action proper.
So who voices Wolverine here?
Not Steve Blum. Boo!
I know it was part of the leaks.
yeah, the data theft.
That's it. Why not get Steve Blum to voice the character?
Because he always does it.
No, because who's the guy who voiced Ocean Up Piccolo? Because he was Wolverine in X-Men Evolution.
I forgot the name.
Oh shoot, Omega Red.
Well, yeah, this is an X-Men game, and to be fair, even with the first, Spider-Man game, they tried to pull up a couple of, not super known entries like Tombstone. So I get the idea they will do the same thing here.
He does look a lot like Hugh Jackman.
Wolverine meets Metal Gear Rising, apparently. Oh, Mystique.
It's time to sneak the Bob our way into this.
That's not Jennifer Lawrence. Food forever.
PlayStation Studios.
The question that comes up a lot to us at Insomniac Games is, are you going to make a Wolverine game that is as violent, as visceral as the...
I mean, they kind of already did that.
Yeah, X-Men Origins Wolverine.
Yeah, like, for as much as people hate the movie, the game had something going for it. I mean, shame it kind of peters out, and the plot is unbelievably terrible.
I mean, it's still X-Men Origins.
I mean, dude, it's
so
X-Men
much.
Origins.
But I can tell that it's still at least it's still fun to play. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see if Beast manages to capture that.
Hey, Insomniac, after this, you guys want to make a Hulk game that's a spiritual successor to Hulk Ultimate Destruction?
Now remember that they had their entire plan of stuff like the Venom solo game, the X-Men game, more Spider-Man stuff.
There's so much emotion.
Let us play as Storm in an X-Men game, cowards.
He looks gritty, he looks angry, but also he looks maybe a little sad.
That level of acting and being able to just deliver that performance with believability across both spectrums was something.
Yeah, because this is PlayStation Studio, they need to have a voice actor that they can properly
McIntyre
pampered up to build an ego for.
Liam McIntyre.
I have heard of him, both voice and name, but I don't remember exactly, his other roles.
He's Australian.
So,
so can Wolverine only be played by Australians now?
It's one of the greatest honors.
Silly dweebs. That's because Canada apparently has no good voice actors for this role, apparently.
You know, this harkens back to how Wolverine was Australian in Pride of the X-Men.
Because that was supposed to be a retcon that they wanted to apply, but then chickened out. Which honestly, I don't care. Like, putting so much emphasis on where Wolverine was born feels like such a waste of time to me.
What do you mean?
As in, like, who cares if he was born either in Canada or, Australia? His first story was him trying to defend the Canadian territory. We stuck with that for the most part. It's perfectly fine. I don't think it really needed to be changed. It's like saying that Spider-Man was not actually born in Queens, but I don't know, on the Bronx instead. Yeah.
I mean, it's still part of New York. Just because you live in Queens doesn't mean that you weren't born in a hospital in a different borough.
You get what I mean, though.
Yeah, I get. No, I think a better example is the King of the Hill thing with Hank Hill being born from New York, despite the fact that he is a proud Texan.
For a more superhero comparison, how some writers wanted desperately Superman to be, considered to actually have been born on American soil, which reeks of insecurity, if you ask me.
Different to anything else you've played. That's a tough job. What's so cool for me is there was this one section of the game I got to try. It was just visceral and immediate and
so a lot of this promotion is basically amounted to guys, we swear it's gonna be bloody, visceral, just like you expect anything Wolverine-wise to be.
You notice it doesn't look like our past games. It has a sense of urgency and forward movement and rage and fury, and that's.
Oh, you mean like symbiote Spider-Man?
Make Wolverine sound like it's just a constantly angry bloke.
That's Dweebs, you haven't read much of the guy, haven't you?
Wait a minute, hold on. There's something wrong with this Wolverine, I noticed. He's not short.
That's because
forever.
Well, you have to remember that yes, Wolverine is not particularly tall to begin with, but a lot of his traditional, fighting position is him bending over, and squatting, so looking even shorter than he actually is. So.
We can't wait to show you more in spring of 2020.
I don't know, I feel like that's kind of the appeal, like he's just a short, angry guy.
I feel like some people kind of flanderize how short he actually is, essentially, and yeah, I get it, Hugh Jack.
Is it like that gag in Deadpool and Wolverine?
Because like, if you want to be typical of Wolverine, he's sort of Mario height.
Oh, I guess we may have
let's go.
Yeah, I guess they wanted to have that as their final, trailer and everything.
When in doubt, turn to Insomniac. They've been basically one of the most consistent breadwinners.
That being said, if this is truly the end, I have to say, outside of the initial and final trailer, this state of play has been pretty much nothing, if you ask me.
This feels like a state of play that basically goes, yep, we got games. Here they are.
Like, a lot of this
By the way-
information is stuff we already knew, or we don't have, or that we had, enough information to go for, or it was already, announced or leaked to some degree.
It's also weird because in terms of pacing, it didn't even feel like there was any fanfare with the Insomniac thing being the last thing. It's just, okay, there you go. And yeah, I guess that's it. Like, not even really a build up to it being the last thing. I will just say this right now. Aside from the Wolverine announcement, it didn't really feel like we learned much of substance that couldn't have just been announced with a few Twitter or Blue Sky posts. Basically,
Are you saying this could have been an email?
Yeah, well, I was going to actually say that. Yes,
this could have hit an. I mean, and don't get me wrong, a lot of these games look nice, but it felt like there was some punch missing to really engage me into these announcements. Some of these just aren't really my speed, but other ones are stuff I could have been more interested in, but the state of play felt like it was lacking some energy to really punch it through.
I feel like the problem is more indicative about how the state of Sony's first-party stuff is right now.
Sure, a lot of his stuff
and that has behind-the-scenes reasons of certain
Fair Games is supposed to be released very soon. Why haven't we seen a new trailer yet?
I completely forgot about Fair Games.
Jesus
oh my god!
Christ. And I'm sorry, but I kind of had to laugh at them emphasizing a section for peripherals pertaining to PC gameplay. Like, okay, don't get me wrong. It's better than when Sony were trying to do that whole, it's best to game alone on PlayStation with no crossplay whatsoever, but now it kind of feels like we're to a point where enjoy the console market while it lasts, because we're kind of petering out, essentially. Like, granted, who knows? Maybe the PlayStation will be around for ages, and it's not inherently a bad thing that they got PC support and whatnot. It just feels weird for Sony to be in this state of mindset. Now, obviously, we will never see anything like this on Nintendo, because it'll probably be a cold day in hell before they so much as sniff up the ass end of a PC, let alone put something on there, essentially. And, well, we all know that with Microsoft, they pretty much are PC anyway, so, yeah.
I pretty much said everything that I have to, so Dweebs.
Yeah, I mean, there's the Gran Turismo announcement, stuff like the Wolverine, the Sonic and All Stars Racing, not really announcement. Yeah, I mean, I don't get it. I thought it was just fine. Yeah, that's it for me.
All right, Shiroi.
Wow, that was so short. This really could have been an email. Was that like 5 minutes? Wow. I did have a quick look through to see what I could find from what I missed. Aside from what I just mentioned, I don't really have anything else to add. Like, I'm sure this was great for a lot of people, but for me, this was like, okay, these sure are some games. And that I'll leave it at that, I guess.
All right.
Deji.
It was whatever. I had no expectations, but I thought they would pull some more announcements because Tokyo Game Show is this week. So, but I don't know. It says a lot of the best highlight for me was a re-release of Tekken 3, because that's a childhood favorite of mine. And Mega Man is back in a racing game, since his career from the first time was, trying to think of this. Final Fantasy Tactics looks good. I'll get to playing that eventually, not right now. Hey, Wolverine, that looks good. I hope that it does well, because I know a lot of people kind of fell disappointed with Spider-Man 2 for various reasons. So I'm just like, okay, hopefully they took in some of the feedback with that game and tried to improve it on this with Wolverine.
I can tell that the human faces from this trailer look more appealing than the ones on Spider-Man 2.
I guess they kind of had to move up from there.
Hopefully. Right, well, that's the thing, Joe, but I argue that the character visited in the first Spider-Man were just fine, but for some reason, 2 decided to, do something similar to Neck, and, veer a bit more in the Uncanny Valley.
It's funny you mention that, because one of the critiques people had about the Spider-Man games was that they made Peter look more like Tom Holland, and now, I forget, who was it that mentioned that this Wolverine looks a bit like Hugh Jackman, and also happens to be played by an Australian, too.
To be fair, we showcased that he's still mocapped, so they're basing his appearance on the voice actor, so...
I do wonder, sometimes they just use the actor for, like,
Well, you also have to remember that with Spider-Man, there is also a bit of a, extra easy play in it by having, the movie rights being held by the actual Sony company. While in this case, for Wolverine, they will still have to contact Disney for, permission to use an actor's appearance. I guess that's it. Go on, Drover.
On the one hand, this state of play felt like it went by quickly, so I won't say that the pacing ever felt like a slog to me. But the bad news is, it feels like that was kind of the opposite problem, in that where it wasn't a slog, it felt more like a blur, and not necessarily in the good way. Like, a lot of these games we pretty much already knew about. Anything I didn't seem to know about was just stuff I didn't remember much, because either I don't care about it that much, or it didn't leave too much of an impression on me from the get-go, and not much really does. Like, I get it, there's probably a game here for everyone here and there. It's kind of a shame that the Mega Man surprise on Crossroads got leaked beforehand, as did the Wolverine game. Though, okay, to be fair, we knew the Wolverine game was coming already, essentially.
The data set from Insomniac, the showcase, also a general idea what the plot is like. What we will find out is if they actually stuck with that, or there have been rewrites for any kind of reason.
I just hope they don't do that stupid thing where sometimes a company goes, "Oh no, our plot got leaked. Time to change it in a way that doesn't make sense, just to go surprise at the end."
Has that ever happened before? Looks at Transformers 3.
Armageddon
DC
2001 comes to mind immediately.
Yeah. And
Wow. Two of these examples we listed are Michael Bay movies. Maybe that tells us something.
No.
Armageddon 2001. Armageddon 2001 is an actual comic storyline from DC Comics from 1991, which predicted that in the far future of 2001, an hero would have turned villain and killed everyone else. For some reason, the twist got leaked. DC was like, "So OMG, we need to make sure that the readers are still surprised," and changed at the last second the twist about who turns villain. And it makes no sense.
And while we don't really see...
originally was supposed to be Captain Atom, it turned out to be Hawk.
And then DC later tried to keep making Captain Atom the villain, but that's for a completely another story here. While other companies don't do that exact strategy, there are some that will always panic and get cold feet whenever leaks come up, and I do get it. Leaks suck and whatnot, but I feel like sometimes companies could learn to rather lean into those, especially when, like with No Way Home, there are leaks that can actually help sell your movie instead of trying to just hide them by erasing a character in a trailer and whatnot, but I digress. We'll see what happens with the Wolverine game. Sonic Crossroads, I mean, that's a game I was already interested in, so yay, +1.
Oh yeah, Job, I'm gonna need you to lend me some money so I can get that game.
I'll look into my accounts later. As for the Not Returnal game, it looks fine, but to quote Whiplash, not my tempo. Yeah, I can't really recap much about all these games since a lot of them feel like a blur together, essentially. Not to say these games were bad, but this isn't necessarily a show that gets me particularly pumped for any of them. So, again, this could have been an email. If the show worked out for you, that's cool and all fine. It just was not my cup of tea.
All right, I guess
that
that's
was the
pretty
state of
much
play
it,
then. We'll see you for the next one.
See ya.
See ya.